evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to Mikasa. My name is Luvric and this is The Eyes of Luvric. This is my summer project that's all about the FIFA 2026 World Cup that's being hosted in Mexico, Canada, and America. And with today being the 29th of June, you may already know that this is the round of 32 that's already been kicked off with a lot of games being played already. Um, Canada already played South Africa, and today being the 29th, there's been a couple of games that's already been played where Morocco and Netherlands coming up. And on today's episode, we'll be talking about my predictions, my match, my round of 32 bracket, my predictions on what the teams that are going to advance to the next round. So stay tuned and let's enjoy this. Please like, subscribe, share your opinions about what I'm talking about. And with a couple of games being played, let me start from the 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 western side of the table, with Germany Paraguay playing already today. Paraguay taking the lead, which may come as a huge surprise to a lot of people. Personally, I'm not surprised because the German team, with all the skill set that they may have with technical players like Musiala, Worth, um, name it, Havertz, all these great players, they lacked the expansiveness, to click when it went into the forward area. It reminded me very much of when Sari took over the Chelsea team, and then there'll be a lot of creativity in the team. But whenever it got to the final third, there was nobody to look forward to take the chances that we created. So there's always conjunction in the final third, which I think became their downfall in this run of 32. Um, France facing Sweden, there's 99% chance that France is gonna take this. You know, with a great coach in Deschamps, great players in Mbappe, you name it, Bacola or Lise, with the Ballon d'Or winner Dembele himself. There's a lot of creativity in the team, a lot of fast-paced players, and there's a lot to expect going on to the game, which is coming up tomorrow. So yeah, tell me your predictions, the scores you are expecting in that game. Canada already played South Africa, which I'm very disappointed. I'm a Ghanaian, but I'm very disappointed. I know there's a lot of hate going on for the South African team. Don't get it twisted. We Africans, we like to banter a lot, and I can tell you in all confidence that nobody is happy to see the South Africans go. But of course, on the online, we are going to tease them because they are our brothers and you know how they vibe. Canada, they may have a couple of players, but I feel like they got lucky with this one. South Africa could have did more to score goals. But yeah, and I must also call out this might be a biased point of view, but I feel like the 50-50 calls that came from the referee weren't right. And there's a lot of bias when it comes to the refereeing, when it comes to games that are being played against African teams. And obviously, it may be a biased opinion, but that's my point of view. That's my opinion. Morocco, like I said, plays Netherlands later today. Right now it's 8:48. That's about 12 minutes to the game. Um, Morocco is a quality team. Netherlands is a quality team. With our boy Brobe playing for the Netherlands, we got Depay, who is also from Ghana, decent. Um, there's a lot to expect from the game. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting game. Don't write off Morocco though. Morocco has a lot to do in this team, and with Netherlands having an aging squad, it will be exciting. And for that, I don't know when I'm posting this, but yeah, make sure you share your opinion on that game if you think what I'm saying is right. Players to watch in that game, in my opinion, I love Unai, that plays in Morocco's team, the young star that featured in this World Cup, and great players, Ashraf Hakimi, and the Netherlands team. I'm sure the power come probably come off the bench and introduce more energy into the team with his experience in the World Cup tournaments over the years for the Netherlands team. And July 2nd, Portugal faces Croatia. Croatia, we play Croatia in our group. Croatia may not have um, the creativity that you might expect in the team, but they always are able to pull through. They are always able to find the goals. They don't create clear cat chances, but they always find the goals. They found the goals against England with a very structured team in England. They were able to find two goals, and with Ghana's strong defense, they found a couple of goals as well. So don't write them off, and I hope Portugal are able to find the creativity in the team that they have in Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. There should be a lot of fast movement in the team. I feel like their progression when it comes to offensive side is very slow and rigid, and that's my opinion. It should be worked on. And if that is figured out, there should be a lot of goals coming out of that game as well. Austria and Spain. I feel like Spain takes this one, but Spain also has a lot of improving squad in the youngsters that are on the team. But I don't write them off. They played a wonderful game with the majority of the team coming from Barcelona. They played a wonderful game last season. So that's not to say that they are inexperienced. I'm talking about when it comes to the World Cup stage. So yeah, let's see what happens in that game. US and Bosnia. I know a lot of United States fans are they don't know what Bosnia is, and I hope Bosnia shows up and teach them a lesson. Senegal facing Belgium. Belgium hasn't done enough in this tournament, and maybe Doku coming back from his trip, making sure his wife delivered and he was there to support her, which I think is a brilliant act and an inspiration to all of us, his men growing up. I hope Senegal comes on top, but I'm pretty sure Senegal and Belgium is going to be a wonderful game with Belgium also showing a lot of threat. Today, Brazil played Japan, an exciting game with goals coming in the dice end, causing a lot of heartbreak for the Japanese. We all feel for them. They played a wonderful game in this tournament. They did their best. And yeah, kudos to them. We hope to see them in the next tournament with a fire in their engine and with the wonderful coach that they have. Shout outs to them. And tomorrow, Ivory Coast, our siblings, our neighbors, playing the Norwegians in Highland. You know, it will be exciting. I feel like Ivory Coast, if if they are able to find the focus and determination in themselves, because they have the skill sets in Dombia, Pepe, Adingra, who disappointed in the previous game, but he has the skill set, the quality to be a game changer in himself. They have a classic legend in Kessier. So if I'm not exaggerating, I could say I could see Ivory Coast going all the way, but they will have a lot to prove in themselves. They have to find the excitement, the fire to fight and see themselves through. Ecuador and Mexico. To be honest, I don't know what to expect in that game, but it will sure be a tantalizing game. Oh, and England and Congo. Our boy Wan-Bissaka facing the three lions in Hurricane Rashford and those quality players that they have in the English team. The English team, what I think is the difference is not the quality in players that they have, but also in the quality in coach that they have in Tuchel. Tuchel, who managed my beloved Chelsea, I will forever be his fan, and I am rooting for him aside Ghana. Yeah, so let's go Lions. Hopefully, we bring it home this season. Argentina and Cape Verde. You know, let me reserve my comments on that. But yeah, let's see what Cape Verdeans do. Let's see what the Island boys do in this game. I hope they don't let Argentina ride over them and actually show some quality. Punish them on the fast breaks and make sure that they are not disrespected. Egypt and Australia, uh, another game that I truly do not have much to say. But Mo Salah will bring a lot of eyes to the game, and there'll be a lot to expect of him. So let's see what the Egyptians do. Switzerland and Algeria. Algeria, another African team, and I'm supporting and I'm hoping to see them go forward a little bit further in the tournament. But they have tight legs, so let's see. Ghana playing Colombia, my beloved country in Ghana. I have a lot to say about Ghana. So, like I said, this today's episode will be talking about the round of 32, but then with a special focus on the Ghana team because that's where my heart is, and I have a lot of opinions on the team. I would praise the coach. He's done a wonderful job because the previous the previous coach that we had, even though he tried and he had ambition, he was lacking in a technical sense that we might play beautiful football, but it was yielding no results. And the results that it was yielding wasn't what we desired, which was else. And Curtis came in, make sure he brought structure within the team. And structure, as we've seen in this tournament, has proven to be very important. With our players Jerome Opoku and Ajite being the solid backs in that squad. Ghana has played a wonderful game this tournament, surprising a lot of people, and I hope we continue to prove a lot of people wrong. So going to the game against Colombia, obviously Colombia is a wonderful team. Luis Diaz being among one of the top players that they have. Even they have a Ghanaian in the team with Yaboa in the striking among the striking trio. They play a wonderful game, fast paced game. So there's a lot of threat to expect in that game. I hope Ghana finds the answers to those threats. And Ghana itself has a lot of threat that we probably have overlooked in the tournament. And a lot of people see us as a more defensive team. So I feel like that presents a surprise element in that game that people might not expect. And for me, I expect a lot of changes in the lineup for that game. Um, I'm happy that our boy Thomas Partey will be featuring in that game, hopefully. And there should be some changes in the midfield. I would love to see Yuanchi in a midfield partnering with Thomas Partey, and then we find another anchoring midfielder in there. I would love to see Mumun come in or my boy Augustine come in as well to showcase the skills. I feel like Ghana hasn't tapped into their bench, and there isn't much that people know about our players on the bench. And I hope that they have the confidence in themselves to show their quality when they are called upon to feature in the game against Colombia. On the front end of the squad, this comes as no shock to any Ghanaian or with the quality and I guess the experience that players like Jordan Ayew has. He's important to the team. However, we have a young squad and we are playing a counter-attacking game. He has great qualities, but then I feel like the quality that he possesses, will be more useful if he comes off the bench, probably late in a game, where if we don't have a result, he can come in and maybe, you know, be our energizing legend that comes in and gives the boy more energy and determination going to maybe the overtime into the penalty kicks because nobody can touch Jordan Ayew when it comes to penalty kicks, and I hope the coach sees that and starts him off the bench, and probably feature our boy Brandon Asante. And even though Prince Edu hasn't scored, I feel like his body movement, his movement off the ball has been perfect, and I would love to see him feature in the game and give Thomas Partey the expansiveness to put the ball across and create other attacking threat for the Ghanaian team. And yeah, with that being said, a big shout outs to Abdul Fattah. Big shout outs to Gideon Mensah. Gideon Mensah, if a lot of people, I myself, have been one of those people that have bashed him under the Otoado coaching time. Um, there was a lot of deficiency, but then I understood it with the way the team was structured back then. But him featuring under this new coach has been excellent for the Ghana squad. Himself and Senea. Senea has been a wonderful player for our team with the way he defend his ball progression, and when we get into the attacking field, how his positioning has been excellent for our team. And I would love to see how our coach structures the team going forward into facing the Colombian side. Um, and our main man himself, SM, you know, big shout outs to SM, bringing an exciting vibe to the squad. And we love to see how the game goes against Colombia. So thank you for staying tuned, and please like, subscribe, and share your comments, share your opinions. If you have any advice on improving this channel, like I said, this is my summer project, and this is just a way to explore my creative side and to also share my opinion when it comes to sports, which I love dearly. Sometimes maybe politics, and then entertainment. You know, yeah. So welcome to Eyes of Luvric. We are on all platforms: YouTube, Facebook, anywhere, and please follow our channel. And yeah, thank you for joining us on today's session.